Okay, I think we're back live. Good morning, good morning. My name is Donnell Spivey with Exit Spivey Professional Realty. And we are here to talk about real estate today.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Are you ready?
I am. I'm just trying to figure out how to get this thing to, I'm delayed and I don't know why.
Okay. 1 second.
Can you hear me? I think we're here now. Sir?
Mrs. Spivey, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, you're live.
Good morning to all. My name is Donnell Spivey. I'm broker owner of Exit Spivey Professional Realty, and we're here to talk real estate as we do every Saturday morning. Thank all of you for tuning in. Thank to you, the ones that are on Zoom. I appreciate you tuning in on Zoom, and ask that you continue to watch the show as we present issues that pertains to real estate, as well as information about how you can build wealth through real estate. I have one guest on Zoom with me. I want to say hi to Markel for being on Zoom with us. And if there's anyone that's listening and would like to tune in on Zoom, via Zoom rather, all you need to do is text me your email address and I will send you the link right away so that you can be live. We do have some information to share with you that we can share with you on Zoom. And that is the purpose of having Zoom radio, is so that we can share information rather than just talk about it. So if you would text me your email address, and you can text it to 443-277-1744. Again, it's 443-277-1744. Text me your email and I will send you the link to join us via Zoom. And today's show is really, we're going to focus on this market that we're in. A lot is going on within the real estate world and the economy and the likes. And we're going to talk about all of it today. Sometimes the media put us on a spin where, we think we're one place, and the media is really global. But when we talk real estate, it really is local. So we're going to be talking about it from the perspective of what's happening here in the Baltimore area, because that's where we're based from. But so you can't take everything that you hear on media as gospel as to what's happening in your locale, your immediate locale. We're also going to talk about some of the featured homes that we have on the market today. We're going to talk about some new information about financing and down payment assistance programs that have become available for Howard County. Before, we talked about a lot of programs that were available in the Baltimore city and county area, but now we've got programs that are available in Howard County. But I really want this show to be focused on, because a lot of people are fearful as to what's going to happen in the marketplace. They are fearful that it's going to be a crash of the real estate market like it was in '08 and '09. And my sources tell me that that's not going to be the case. Certainly, we've already seen a slowdown in terms of the market sales. Sales volume has gone down, but the price of real estate has increased, even in this current climate. So just be careful and get all of the facts when you're trying to make a decision whether you want to buy or sell, or just remain where you're at. Remaining where you're at may be a good option, but I say to people, I was selling real estate when the interest rates were 13%. And I say to you, especially those of you that are currently renting, is that even if the rental interest rates are 10 or 13%, paying that higher interest rate is better than renting. And excuse me. And the same thing applies if you're in a home that maybe it's not large enough for your family and you need more space. Don't let the interest rate stop you from making a move to make your family comfortable. If you're in a location that is not convenient to what you do, whether it's to work, church, or just in a neighborhood that you really don't like, the interest rate, wherever the interest rate is, shouldn't stop you from making that move. When interest rates were higher than what they were when 2 and 3%, people were refinancing because they had a higher interest rate. This is not nothing new. It's not new. When rates are high, you still buy, and when they go down, you refinance. It's a simple progression, and it's been going on for years. So the media is trying to say, don't buy. I don't always agree with that. You have to do what's right for your family and for yourself. But that is a big topic right now. We did get a report from Wall Street Journal and talk about, for the first time, interest rates hit, first time in several years, the interest rates have gone up above 7%. Above 7%. And that is frightening to a lot of people because they were accustomed to interest rate being 2.5%, 3%. That was an all-time low. That was a historical low. When you hear the word historical, that means it doesn't happen frequently. So if you're going to sit and wait for it to come back down to 2.5% or 3%, you may miss out on an opportunity of owning a home now that will meet your needs, be it because of changing location, because of you're currently renting. Don't allow that to happen. Don't allow it to happen. Real estate is still, even in today's climate, a good investment. It's a good investment. When we talk about buying a home, this is not the same as buying a car. A car, as soon as you drop it off of the lot, the dealership lot, the value starts to decrease. But with real estate, as soon as you buy it, it typically starts to increase in value. So that means that you immediately start to build equity. And For those of you senior folks that are used to this real estate and been in it for a while, I know I'm preaching to the choir. I'm going to ask you if you would call in, because a lot of times on the show, we get some first-time home buyers that don't know the, the market, don't know what the real estate market is like, what it's been like. I would love to have one of you call in and share just what the real estate market has been like for you. If you're owned a home before and maybe refinanced, maybe sold and brought another one, call in and share. Just share with the listening audience as to what your experience has been as a homeowner. The number to call into the studio, and you can talk right live on air, is 443-380-2803. Again, it's 443-380-2803. And you can call in right now and I'll take your call. But remember, we're here to help you and share information with you about homeownership. Homeownership is the best way, as far as I'm concerned, is to build wealth. If you're that shy person and don't want to call in on the air, my office number is 410-465-0083. Again, it's 465-0083. And you can call there and I'll get back to you and try to answer any questions that you may have. But do call in now. I'd like to talk to you on the air. What happens, and the reason I keep asking for this, is because your story may help someone else that's listening. You know, they could look at me as, oh, he's just trying to make a sale, which is not true. But, you know, some listeners may think that. But if I got some validation from some other folks that have owned their home before, feel free to call in and talk to us. Look like we got Robin on there. Robin, good morning. All right, maybe she's not quite there yet. But anyway, the number to call in and share your story is 443.
You got to call her on.
Right. Caller, you're on the air.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, I just wanted to call in and say a word or two. I bought my home maybe 15 years ago, and right after I bought my home, the market bottomed out, and I had an adjustable rate mortgage, and when right before the mortgage matured, I continued in the home, and at one time I was upside down in the mortgage because of the rate that were going on in the whole mortgage industry. Now I find myself with equity in the home.
Hallelujah. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Ma'am, I am so glad that you called in. And I don't even know who I'm talking to, but I certainly appreciate your calling in, because your story may help others to understand that real estate, there are ups and downs, there are cycles, but, you've got to have somewhere to live. And if you stay there, you're going to get to the point that you are at today, where you got probably a ton of equity if you've been in your home for 15 years. Correct? You still there, ma'am? All right, she must have dropped off, but this is exactly what I'd like to hear. And if there's others that are listening, please call in and share your story. You're going to help somebody. You're going to help them understand that you still can buy a real estate, buy a home at the current market. And, in long term, it's going to be successful for you. One of the things she mentioned that is happening today is adjustable rate mortgages. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of adjustable rate mortgage, but if it helps you get into a home, then you should use the adjustable rate mortgage. One of the things that is offering now, I closed with a family actually 2 days ago, and they got adjustable rate mortgage at a 5% rate. And it's what it's called a 5-1 ARM. That means that it's locked. That rate, that 5% is locked for 5 years. So in 5 years, the market may go back, the interest rates may go back down. You may decide to sell in 5 years, but your rate is locked in for 5 years. And those of you that are wanting to buy, and because of the interest rate hike, it has put you out of buying the home that you want, an adjustable rate mortgage may be something that you want to consider. But have a sit down talk with a professional, be it a mortgage professional, a real estate professional, and talk about the pros and the cons of an adjustable rate mortgage. And I see we have Robin on there. Good morning, Robin.
Good morning, Donnell. How are you? Good morning, listening audience. I hope everybody had a great week.
Yeah, it's been a busy week. I tell you, we're talking about the real estate market, but it really hasn't slowed down for us. It's people are still buying homes. So
That is true. That is true.
I mean, you know it because you closed them.
Yes, listening audience, although the economy is the way it is, and I'm just coming on, but I did hear Donnell talk about the interest rates. What I've been seeing and what I've been hearing from folks is it's pretty mixed. There's still a lot of activity going on because of the fact that you have buyers who didn't have an opportunity to purchase before because they were priced out. So they were waiting and they were sitting on the fence, if you will, because some of their offers weren't accepted. But although the interest rate has ticked up some, I would still say, from my perspective and what I've been seeing, that there is still activity out there. And the conversation pretty much has been that buyers really shouldn't become deterred about the increase in the interest rate because you can always refinance later once the interest rate is lower. And I think that that might be one of the reasons why some people are still a little apprehensive, if you will. That's the word that I want to use, apprehensive about buying right away. And I literally was with some real estate professionals at an event the other night, and this is what we were all talking about. So don't get discouraged. Still consider purchasing a home, because as Donnell and I always talk about, and he preaches the gospel of creating generational wealth. And that is definitely one of the ways to increase your generational wealth is with the purchase of a home.
So Robin, you're a very intelligent young lady.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Donnell. I appreciate that. I don't know where to go, so I'll just say I appreciate it, because all I have to do is give you an opening and that's it. It's going to be gone to the stratosphere.
So one of the things that the media, and I'm talking global media, talks about a lot is that we're headed to or in a recession. Tell me, from your perspective, what does being in a recession mean to you?
And this is just my personal feeling, or are you looking for the technical definition of a recession? Because everybody
why don't we talk about all what does it mean globally to the market, and then what does it mean to you?
Look, one thing and one request at a time, okay?
We want to hear everything you got to say.
In how can I say this? The apprehension in
Wait a minute, before you say that, before you say that, listening audience, if you want to call in and share your comments, here's the number to call in. It's 443-380-2803. Again, 443-380-2803. And you can call in and share your comments and your thoughts, because we want to hear from the general public. Also, if you would like to join us on Zoom radio, all you have to do is text me your email address and I'll send you the link to join in with us on Zoom. And you can text me at 443-277-1744. Again, 443-277-1744. Just text me your email and I'll send you the Zoom link so that you can see us on Zoom. And we can see you on Zoom. But okay, Robin, go ahead. I hope I didn't mess up your thought process.
No, you didn't. It's still there. I'm still here, listening audience. As far as the recession is concerned, the question becomes and is, are we in a recession? And as far as that question is concerned, my opinion and my answer is one thing. What society and the economy is saying is totally different. Have we heard, I'm going to shift to the political side. Have we heard the president come out and say that we're in a recession? Blatantly, no. And there's been a lot of talk about that. However, when you look at the economy as a whole, and you also see what's going on in the stock market, and we all know that the stock market pretty much drives everything, a recession, for the most part, is, I would want to say, a temporary adjustment in the economy. And what I mean by that is a decline in services. As I just mentioned a few moments ago, the apprehension of buyers rethinking their thoughts in terms of whether or not they should move forward with the purchase of a home. They're looking at what's going on overall right now as it relates to the economy, whether it's an increase in the price for food and services and things like that. To answer your question, are we in a recession? I would say we're in a slight recession. I'm just going to say we're in a slight recession, ladies and gentlemen, listening audience. I am not an economist. I'm not the president, and I'm not someone affiliated with the Treasury. But at the end of the day, as with a recession is temporary. It's not something that is ongoing. And to the extent that most people feel that it is ongoing, it may be ongoing for a short or an indefinite period of time. And as far as the rates are concerned, the rates were increased so that there can be an offset in the cost for goods and services, if that makes sense. So to answer your question, Donnell, with respect to what is a recession, a recession is just something that's temporary in terms of what is going on in the economy right now. Sure, there is a decline, but it shouldn't be for the long term. And as I said, do I feel that we're in a recession? Just slightly. But listening audience, think about it. Just before the term recession started to show up on the news and even on the radio for that matter, we all saw that there was a shift in terms of the prices as it related to food before they even started using the term recession. So I ask all of you who are tuning in and who do tune in with us each and every weekend to ask yourself, before the media and everyone else started to use the term recession, where were you at your price point? When did you start to see this shift in terms of prices for food? And then we also can't forget about how COVID impacted us as well. So there's a lot of variables, and those variables right now pretty much show where we are. And if it's a recession, how long is it going to last? Will it be permanent? those are all temporary things. And that's how you get your recession, because it is a shift. It is temporary. And I'm not saying that I'm a lawyer. I always put that caveat out here on the show, but those are my feelings, Donnell.
So I heard what you said, and you talked about the stock market and the decline and this, that, or the other. But let me say something. I'm going to talk from a Black perspective for a moment.
What am I talking as? I'm talking as a black individual as well, Donnell. Listening audience, you're never surprised by the things that Donnell says, as well as myself. We always like to keep the show engaging, but Donnell is saying in an indirect way that he appreciates what I said, but now he just wants to take it to another level. Am I correct, Donnell, with that?
Hey, we've been in a recession since slavery.
No comment. No comment, listening audience, from myself. No comment on that at all. I'm going to mute myself right now. Go ahead, Donnell. You have the floor.
But the media scares people, and you're talking about being in a recession because the stock market has dropped, and a lot of us don't even have money in the stock market, so it's not affecting us.
Donnell, I didn't say that we are in a recession as a result.
I said the media says it. The media says it.
Okay, but the stock market does play an influential role.
But we don't play in the stock market like that.
You can't say that. Come on. I'll tell you this. The stock market does play a factor for those people who have 401k plans. So it's a shift with them as well, because it's a decrease in their portfolios. So from the standpoint of, let's say, someone who has a 401k or a pension, they're watching the stock market as well, because let's say they wanted to take some of those funds and apply it towards the purchase of a home. Sure, they can still do it. So when I talk about the stock market, Donnell, I talk about it from a broad perspective, and the rates were increased so that we can, if you will, shift the market so that this whole recession that everyone is talking about, it can come down to a medium. That's all.
But Robin, we talk to a lot of first-time home buyers.
I'm muting myself. Go ahead.
We talk to a lot of first-time home buyers, and I'm telling you what I'm hearing. It is scaring the first-time home buyers that, hey, you shouldn't buy because we're in a recession. But you're still paying. Hold on a minute.
I'm not saying anything at all.
We're still paying the rent for those people that own these apartment buildings that we're in. We're paying their rent. Stop paying their rent. Listening audience, hear me for a moment. It's not often that Robin and I disagree, and I'm not saying that we're disagreeing or not right now. I'm just looking at it from a different perspective. I'm looking at it from a different perspective, that we're not these rich people that have stock market. I'm talking to those folks. I'm not talking to you, Robin, because
I'm not saying where I'm at financially by any means. Okay, I'm just talking as a whole, Donnell, and we are engaged in really good conversation, and I'm quite sure the listening audience are probably getting a kick out of this conversation. And I completely understand what you're saying, and you are valid in your points. But what I'm also saying is not to discourage any first-time home buyer who is out there because of the fact that the word recession is being utilized. It's like every day or every other day. Please.
It's putting fear in a lot of people's mind whether they should buy a home now. And listen, we're past our midway point. We need to take a commercial break, but listening audience, please stay tuned, because we got some more to talk about. I know Robin got something else that she wants to cover. So please stay tuned. And I really, really, really would encourage you to engage in this conversation that Robin and I are having. So we're going to take a short commercial break, and then we're going to come back. And I'm going to give you the number now so that you can call in when we come back. The number to call in is 443-380-2803. And we're going to talk, when we come back, we're going to talk about, finish this conversation, but then we're going to go to some first down payment assistance programs that are brand new. And we're going to talk about the featured home of the week. So stay tuned. Commercial break. We'll be right back.
Considering selling your home? Now's a great time to do so. Sellers are getting top value for their home and fewer days on the market. Hi, my name is Donnell Spivey. I'm the broker owner of Exit Spivey Professional Realty. I have over 35 years experience in selling real estate in your area. Exit Spivey has been cited by the Baltimore Business Journal as one of the largest real estate firms in the Baltimore area for the last 13 years. Here's how I can help you get top value for your home. I'll assist you in preparing your home for sale, free staging, free professional photography and video, free brochures, free marketing on 2 weekly radio shows, global marketing, social media marketing, holding open houses, and give you weekly updates. Call me today at 443-277-1744 or go to calldonnell.com.
You're back on.
Okay. All right, we're back. Robin, you back?
Yes, Donnell, I'm here.
All right, so listening audience, I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you this morning about this topic and the economy and the interest rate and the market. I want to hear from you. Call in now. The number to call in is 443-380-2803. Again, 443-380-2803. And Robin, we're going to give this topic a few more minutes, and then we're going to go off to the next topic, okay? And I'm going to give you the last word. How's that?
Oh my goodness. Thank you, Donnell, for giving me the last word. As I mentioned before, listening audience, there's been a shift in the market. I am not a realtor. I'm talking from the perspective of what I see that takes place as the industry, in the industry as a whole. I am with the title company and we do, conduct a settlement. So I see the volume and everything that does occur. But I am here to say, just don't get discouraged. Take full opportunity of whatever it is that you can definitely still secure as it relates to financing. There are a lot of different programs out there that are still available to you. And luckily enough, although the term recession is definitely being thrown out there and used on a day-to-day, weekly ratio, if you will, thank goodness that the down payment assistance programs have not ceased. And
Right.
Donnell is going to talk about that. And before I turn it over to Donnell, with respect to the down payment assistance programs, please note that each lender doesn't offer the same product. And Donnell will talk about that. But I also want to let you know, listening audience, before I forget, because I know time is definitely moving, the Real Estate Brokers of Baltimore, we are having a Veterans and First-Time Home Buyers Workshop. And this is taking place in Baltimore City. The last time we had an in-person workshop, it was very, very well attended, and all of the attendees really gained a lot of information. I do highly encourage you to please, please, please join us on November the 12th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. for our Veterans and First-Time Home Buyers Workshop. It is going to be in Baltimore City. I will give you the address. However, we do need you to register for the event. Breakfast will be provided. The last time we had it, as I was about to say, it was in Baltimore County in Pikesville. And there were a couple of listeners on the show who wanted to know when we would be doing it in Baltimore City. So in order to attend, we need you to register. Please go to MD Realtist, which is REALTIST.com, and register for the event. Once you register for the event, information will be provided to you. And of course, as with most events, we need a head count. Breakfast will be served. Again, the Real Estate Brokers of Baltimore will be having a veterans and first-time home buyers workshop on November the 12th, which is a Saturday, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Go ahead, Donnell, because I know time is running.
So, and we will be broadcasting live from that event as we did at the last event. If you want, you can also just call my office and let me know that you want to attend. Then we can give you the link to register. My office number is 410-465-0083. Again, 410-465-0083. And, you know, Robin, I see someone on that was at that last event that you had. Miss Rachel Osland, are you on? Are you available to talk to us, Rachel, and share your experience with the last event?
Oh my gosh. Thank you for asking, Donnell. And hi, Robin.
Hi, Rachel. Good morning.
Good morning. You provided so much good information at the last event, and so did Donnell. I had a great time. I learned so much. It was not just about real estate and how it's creating a legacy for yourself, but it was also financial lessons on credit. And we had someone helping plan like estate planning that you don't even think about. You think estate planning is something for like multimillionaires, and it was terrific information. My name is Rachel Osland, and I am a licensed home inspector. I've been inspecting in Maryland since 2006, and it's been super important to me to be able to connect with people and tell them what to expect on a home inspection, so that people don't move into a house and be surprised about some of the maintenance items, and that buying a house is actually a long-term commitment. It's exciting. At the last event, I really got to talk about what we do on an inspection, getting in the crawl space and talking about the ages of the water heater and the furnace, and looking for leaks, looking for evidence of other problems that may have occurred, and then educating people about how to take care of stuff. Because you don't just naturally know to turn off your hoses at before winter so they don't freeze. And that's the kind of stuff we talk about. And then we give a pretty hefty book to the buyer so that they've got it as a reference. And I'll bring those also to the event on the 11th, which I think is the 12th. I'm sorry.
It's the 12th.
It's the 12th, that Saturday, a Veterans Day weekend, right?
Yes.
And so it's a veterans homebuyer seminar.
So Rachel.
Yeah.
I was supposed to introduce you properly, and I didn't.
I was too excited. I just jumped in.
So, listening audience, this is the Rachel Osland, and I'll tell you, I've known Rachel probably, I don't know, I'm going to say 15 years. Actually, I met her when her and her father was working together doing home inspections. And the thing that I like about Rachel is she is so down to earth. She doesn't talk above your head when she's explaining things. And they do a thorough job in terms of inspecting a home. So if you're looking to buy a home, if you're buying a home, you should get a home inspection. And Rachel Company does a phenomenal job. And I really like her, not just as a person, but as a home inspector as well.
Well, thank you very much. And my company name is Lodestar Inspection Services. And I picked that name because a lodestar is a light that guides you home. It's a guiding light. And I thought, what more perfect thing? What surprises me sometimes is people don't know that they need a home inspection. And so because they don't own a home. And so part of working with Donnell is he teaches you all the steps that you need, and listening to your radio broadcast, you learn all these things. And I talk about home inspections and people say, I don't need one, I don't have a house. I'm the one who helps you understand it so you can make an educated decision about buying it, which is can be sometimes challenging. Wouldn't you say, Donnell, when you
Yeah,
there's
it's
there's no such
intimidating
thing.
sometimes because, Rachel, to be honest with you, we still work with a lot of first-time home buyers, and they are the first generation
Mm-hmm.
to buy a home. No one
Yes.
in their family has bought a home before. So what happens is they can't rely on the input of one of their family members because they never owned a home before.
Mm-hmm.
And we work with a lot of people like that. And so when you take the time to explain to them the process and what this is and what that is, the do's and the don'ts, it helps that first time home buyer a lot. So thank you for all you do.
You're welcome.
Donnell, thank you, Rachel. Donnell, I'm looking at the time, and I know that you want to talk about a couple of things, so I just wanted to point out the time. Rachel, I don't mean to cut you off, but I know that there are some other things that he wants to try to get in before this show is over. And listening audience, you can also tune in to us at WOLB as well. Just a little reminder, Donnell.
Rachel, let me finish this. Let me get this in, and you can stay on, and we're gonna see if we have some more time for you.
I'm going to stay on and listen, and you get this taken care of. You know, you've got me as a resource anytime. You can go to lodestarinspections.com and get more information. So I'm here just listening.
Okay. So one of the things that we talk about a lot is down payment assistance programs that are for Baltimore City and Baltimore County. And I was just shared with this last week. There are tons of programs. I shouldn't say tons, but there are some programs for Howard County as well. So those of you that want to live in Howard County and thought that there weren't any programs to help first-time home buyers in Howard County, I'm here to tell you that is not correct. So they have a program in Howard County, and let me give you some of the details. And we need to talk so that we can fine tune it. I am not saying that everyone will qualify for this program, okay? But let me give you some of the parameters. So first of all, the sales price of the home cannot exceed $471,000. And I did a research just on Howard County. There are a bunch of homes in Howard County that are at that price range or lower. A lot of them are townhomes, but they're a good starter homes. You can start there and then progress to a mansion, if you will. And so these programs, they offer $40,000 towards your closing costs. One of them does, if you qualify. The next one is $25,000 towards your closing costs. And then the least one is $15,000 towards your closing costs. So if you buy a house in Howard County, doesn't matter where in Howard County you buy it, you would get those funds based on your income and your household size. There's quite a few parameters. So I'm going to give you an example. If your income for a single household person is $62,600 or less, then you would qualify for $40,000. But if you had 4 people in your household, your income could go to $89,000. So it depends on the household size will dictate what program you best would qualify for. So you need to call me, and then we can give you all of the details and see if you qualify for one or more of these programs. I want to get that in, and then I want to talk about the featured home of the week. There are 2. There's one on Moravia 4604 Moravia Run Road. It is in Baltimore City, but this is a newer house. This house was built in 2000. So don't think of Baltimore City downtown because it's actually closer to the Baltimore County line than it is to Baltimore City. It's 2,000, it is a brick front colonial, 2-story colonial with 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, formal living room, formal dining room, first floor family room with a fireplace, a large kitchen with islands and 9-foot ceiling, fully finished basement, club room, and another room that could be an office or a 5th bedroom. And it has a full bathroom in the basement. And upstairs, it has 4 bedrooms, one of them, of course, being the primary bedroom, which has a super bath with jetted tubs. This house is on the market for $339,900. And not only that, because of its location, a buyer could get $25,000. A qualified buyer could get $25,000 towards closing costs and down payment. If this house sounds like something that you're looking for, you should call me. And my number, the office number, is 410-465-0083. Again, it's 410-465-0083. Excuse me. 0083. Thank you. And the next house that I want to talk about is one that just came on the market 2 days ago. This is in Pikesville. It is a 2-bedroom townhouse with 2 full baths. It's just really been renovated, freshly painted. Countertops is Corian countertops in the kitchen, eat-in kitchen, living room and dining room combination, 2 large bedrooms upstairs. So instead of cutting this house up into 3 bedrooms, they cut it up into 2 bedrooms, but it's the same size as other homes in the community. The large bedroom, the primary bedroom, adjoins the hall bath. And then it has a fully finished basement with a fireplace in the basement and a full bath in the basement. This house is on the market for $264,900, $264,900, and it also qualifies for special financing because of this location. That property is 4208 Red Haven Road in Pikesville. If either one of these homes sound like they're of interest to you, you should call me. The number to call is 410-465-0083. Rachel, I'm going to go back to you for you to leave your contact information again. I know you were trying to get it in a few minutes ago and sort of rushed you off of it, but go ahead and give your contact information.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I love the sound of those houses. I wanted you to just keep going with those.
You want to buy one of those? Good.
Well, I'll tell you, I used a grant program or a financing. Oh, I don't remember what it's called, a special program to get into my house in Baltimore City 8 years ago and to help me with down payment. And I was surprised that I could get it. And it made things so much more accessible because I've been divorced and had bankruptcy and foreclosure and vehicle repossession in my history from a rough marriage. So I'll give you my information, and it is you can call me at my number is 301-512-5641, 301-512-5641. And the company is Lodestar Inspections, LODESTAR inspections.com. Thanks a lot for having me, Donnell and Robin.
All right, you're welcome. Thanks for coming on. Robin, we got a few more minutes. Go ahead with your closing thoughts and give that information again about the Home Buying Veterans Ministry.
I'll be quick. Listening audience, thank you so much for tuning in. Rachel, thank you for being here. The Real Estate Brokers of Baltimore will be having a veterans and first-time home buyers workshop Saturday, November the 12th, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. In order to attend, we do need you to register. Please register at MD Realtist, which is M is in Mary, D is in David, Realtist, REALTIST, realtist.com. For further information, we'll be able to provide you with the address of the location as well. I would provide the address. I'm running out of time. So please come out, tell your friends, your family, but you have to register. Thank you.
All right, and listening audience, if you're looking to buy or sell, always call Donnell. The number is 410-465-0083. We'll be back. Well, we will not be back here next Saturday. We're off next Saturday. So, but we will be back the following Saturday. Nice to see you, Rachel. All right. And if you want to continue, we're going to continue this dialogue on WOLB 1010 AM. That starts at 11 o'clock this morning. So next few minutes, we're going to be on WOLB. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you, radio staff as well.